Bismillah Rahman Rahim. It is more than 7 months the farmers' protest is going on. This is longest and biggest ever protest held anywhere in the world. But still, thousands of farmers are waiting on the borders of Delhi for in the peak winter and the peak summer, and they are still there. Unfortunately, the matter has not been resolved. Many people has spoke on it, written on it. I also wrote on it. One of the points which today I want to discuss is which is mostly not talked, discussed or taken into consideration while all this farmers protest is going on, and that is food security. Food security of the country of the size of India is a very, very important factor. And it cannot go into few big corporates' hands. We have seen in 2011, after the financial collapse of the financial markets in 2008, we have seen food riots and food scarcity. The prices of the commodities has gone skyrocketed. I can see the prices going very high in 2021-22. Already oil and gas has started moving up. But basic necessities of foods, commodities, and every other commodity is going up because of breakdown of the supply chain. The shipping prices has gone up maybe 10 times, and this has directly affected the food prices. But it has more affected the local commodity prices because of the derivatives. And this is going to be a long, big, high cycle of the commodity price rise. Under such situation, every government is compelled to supply the food to its population at the reasonable prices. If the supply chain or food is controlled or governed by the few hands, big corporates, it is impossible or very difficult to control the prices because they are driven by the greed to make the money. So this is very important factor government must understand and take care of in the farmers' protest. Unfortunately, nobody has talked about it. Today, India is the world's biggest hungry country. Almost more than 23 crores, 230 million pupils go hungry every day. All talks of food self-sufficiency of the government is a big lie. It's a very, very big lie. India is not a food self-sufficient. With the 230 million hungry people on the roads and almost 70 crore or 700 million poor asking for affordable food, it is very important to take into account the food security. Everybody is talking about mustard oil going 200 rupees a kilo. it can go to 250, it can go to 300 rupees a kilo. India is a net importer of the edible oil, and it is a net importer of the edible oil for last so many years. Not much has been changed over the last so many years to make India a self-sufficient into the edible oil. India is a net importer of the pulses, and pulse prices are going high and up. India is a net importer of many other products. Occasionally, India even imports the onions and other products. So, really speaking, government must take into account providing minimum support prices to the farmers is important for the security of the country, sustainability of the country, and well-being of the country, because food security is a prime to stability of the country. If government cannot feed the people at affordable prices, it is very, very difficult to have the stable country. So this issue of the food security must be taken into consideration when government is defining the course of action for the developing a country like India. India is going to be the net importer of the milk and milk products or dairy products. The way number of cows are going down, soon it will be net importer of the milk and milk products, dairy products. So when the milk is prices are increased by rupees to a liter, be ready to pay much more. So one of the most success stories of India, biggest success story of the rural development, the Amul or dairy industry, which is world's biggest dairy industry and world's biggest cooperative and producer of the milk. When it increases the prices, we must understand where we are going as a country, and this food security problem will be the single biggest problem, and it can put many more million people below the poverty line and below the hungry line. Presently, almost 230 million Indians cannot make $50 a day, and this is really a sad position for the country, developing country like who want to be Vishwa Guru, to be so poor. Today, India is behind Cuba, behind Ghana, behind Bangladesh in per capita income, and I do not see it is coming out anywhere close unless and until enough efforts is put into developing the income of the villages, income of the farmers, income of the landless laborers. Enough work is given to them to develop the value added products. I do not see we can have sustainable development and growth. The last year's minus 9% of contraction, and I can see India is not going to grow much this year also. I can see the third wave coming and food security becoming a challenge over the next few years. So it is prime important that we must talk food security as the challenge along with the farmers' protest, because that is another perspective government must take into consideration. Government cannot give the food security into the few private hands. No, Those who are driven by the greed will always make money, and this we have seen it in the pandemic that apada mein avsar, finding the opportunity in the crisis, has killed people. The oxygen cylinders are sold, the medicines are sold at skyrocket prices, the fake medicines are created and sold in the market. What about the food? Food security is a prime challenge and must be considered as a challenge, and government should not give the farmers' land into the few rich hands. Thank you very much.